Hello everybody, my name is Star Raptor and I'm super excited to break down for you frame by frame the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer. If you guys watched my reaction to me watching the trailer, I was over the moon for this thing. I'm so excited. I might even be more excited for this game than The Last Jedi. I know, that's really crazy to say, but when I first seen this trailer, you know that they're focusing on single player as well as gonna, improve the multiplayer. So without further ado, let's take a look at this thing and analyze what we can find out. So this is Starkiller Base. This is the home of the First Order, and we know that this story is going to take place after Return of the Jedi and spans all those 30 years before The Force Awakens. So we are going to play some events in The Force Awakens, it seems like. So this might be a familiar droid for you guys that watch Star Wars Rebels. So this is from Season 2. This is the droid of the Seventh Sister, or at least a similar droid. It's probably not the exact same droid, but it is Commander Versio's little companion droid, so it's cool that there's these little connections throughout the canon, which was really made me excited when I watched this trailer. So here we have our first look at an Inferno Squad member. So this is very reminiscent of a TIE fighter pilot, but these guys aren't just pilots, they are actually conditioned, well-trained specialists in the Empire that are very dedicated to the cause. There are some modifications you might notice, like the right shoulder has this kind of cool pauldron-esque thing, and you have the red markings, and you got the Imperial logo on the one side of the helmet, and the Inferno Squad symbol on the other. And what really stood out to me is the red lenses, and it reminds me a lot of Darth Vader. And here's a shot of an Inferno Squad member compared to a stormtrooper, or what could be an officer. You got a nice AT-ST in the background, and it looks really interesting because that Inferno Squad member looks like more of a heavy gunner with the pouches, very similar to what we see the First Order heavy gunners have. Here is a spectacular shot of the Empire looking into their own defeat, the Inferno Squad. And what's so interesting about the single player story is that we're getting a perspective of the Empire, of them losing the battle, of them, seeing the Death Star explode. We get so many perspectives of different rebels getting victory from this. And now it's so cool that we actually get to see them double their efforts. Like, Inferno Squad is super dedicated to the Emperor, so when they see he's defeated, their mission doesn't stop. They're going to hunt down the rebels responsible and wipe them out. Also worth noting, you can get a great glimpse of that little recon drone droid right there next to Commander Versio, I believe that could be. So this is our great first look at the protagonist of Battlefront 2, this is Iden Versio, and Lucasfilm has been doing a great job of pushing strong female characters to the forefront of their franchise. We have Jyn Erso, we have Rey, and now we have Commander Iden Versio. So this is a shot of the aftermath of the destruction of the Death Star, and it looks like that might be one of the Inferno Squad's TIE fighters, because, well, they're well versed in both piloting and on the ground fighting, so it'll be cool. Maybe we'll get to fly their TIE fighter around. This is a ship that I freaking love. This design is fantastic. This is a design that's pulled out of Legends, I think the Fantasy Flight games or something of that nature. This is a Raider class Imperial Corvette. So I actually just first read about these in the Thrall novel, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool looking ship, and here we have it in physical form. I'm like, wow, this thing looks awesome. It's got those like TIE Interceptor type wings, but then it's combined with a Star Destroyer. So this looks like it's going to be Inferno Squad's main vessel. Wow, I can't wait to explore this thing. So here we have a parting shot of the Imperial fleet going into hyperspace. If you look at that planet, it looks a little bit green, so I'm thinking this is the Battle of Endor. The Death Star has just been destroyed, and the Empire is going to get out of here and regroup somewhere. So this shot looks really interesting. It looks like we're on Takodana because I can sort of see Maz Kanata's castle in the background there. But there are TIE fighters following the Millennium Falcon. Obviously, that hasn't happened in The Force Awakens. So, are we going to go somewhere before that time with the Millennium Falcon? Like, it is going to be super interesting for sure. So the shot might have made me the most excited out of this entire trailer. That guy in the red there, he is actually a Sentinel of Emperor Palpatine. So what happened was Emperor Palpatine planned for his demise, and what he did was he actually programmed these droids with the face of him on there that gave them like commands to, in case he did die, he would leave behind kind of orders for the Empire. And what really made me excited is because these kind of characters were introduced in canon beforehand. So you have the Shattered Empire miniseries, but then you also have the Aftermath trilogy, them specifically being in Empire's End. So, you know, this is what I love about Star Wars right now. It's just the continuity is all on one level. The books, the comics, the movies, the video games, they're all on one level canon. Everything coexists. So this shot makes me really excited because that is Luke Skywalker, obviously, and what looks like an Inferno Squadron member holding him at gunpoint. So I watched the Battlefront 2 panel, and the way the story goes, the campaign, is it follows around Commander Iden Versio, obviously, but then there are chapters that break up the story where you actually play certain heroes to get kind of an overall glimpse of the galaxy post Return of the Jedi. Very similar, it sounds like, to the interludes in the Aftermath trilogy, and so you do actually play as Luke Skywalker, so I can't wait to see what he is up to. So here we have another shot of Commander Iden Versio, but what's even more interesting is that we are on her homeworld of Vardos. So this planet was taken over by the Empire, but it didn't actually put up a fight. It was actually very peaceful. It embraced the Empire. So it'll be really cool exploring a planet that the people actually accept the Empire for who it actually is. And we'll see a lot of those, you know, really fanatical type of people, I'm guessing, on here. This shot is like something out of a movie. This is absolutely incredible. I have no clue what planet this is on, but it gets me super hyped because it's a major battle. You see Mon Calamari cruisers, Nebulon B cruisers, you see the Raider class Corvette there, Star Destroyers. It looks absolutely massive. I can't wait to see what this is all about. And moving into the multiplayer here, we learned that we're going to be able to play all eras of Star Wars, the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, and the sequel trilogy as seen here on Starkiller Base with First Order Stormtroopers. Here is a great shot of what could be Mos Eisley, another place you can battle on. Pretty cool, you see that Ronto in the background there. And of course it wouldn't be a Battlefront game without heroes, and we have Darth Maul, what looks like Theed, so I'm super excited to play as Maul. And we have the little green guy, Yoda. I can't wait to play as him as well. Here's a shot of what could be Takodana with Rey there. We have another recreation of the Battle of Hoth, except this time they're adding in Tauntauns. That'll be fun. Here's a shot, looks like from Rogue One of the Shield Gate, so we'll be flying to Scarif. And here is the last parting shot of Kylo Ren, another playable hero. So yeah, I'm super excited for Battlefront 2. For a canon junkie as myself, I love seeing all the elements of everything from the TV shows to the books to the comics all folded into this game to make it one seamless experience. I have been very fascinated by the post-Return of the Jedi storyline that we haven't got too much into, but this game is definitely going to be exploring that pretty heavily, considering that it's actually going to be taking place 30 years in that time gap. So that's going to do it for my trailer breakout of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Did I miss anything? What's your favorite part about this trailer? Let me know in that comment section below. Also, I just uploaded a ton of content regarding Star Wars Celebration 2017, so make sure you check that out and subscribe so you don't miss anything that I upload in the future. I'm Star Raptor. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you always. So did you like the video? Then make sure you rate it a thumbs up, and if you did that, go over there, hit that Star Raptor head to subscribe to my channel. Doing so will keep you up to speed on all of my latest content. Speaking of which, you can see a couple of my recent uploads down below. I'm also on social media, so what are you waiting for? Let's start nerding out.